Hi, Dino. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us today.
No problem.
So, certifiable international basketball legend. It must be cool to still be giving back to the game of basketball, doing things like the junior NBA program. Is this something you always wanted to be involved with? This type of community work and getting young people involved in the game.
You know what? It's really a great feeling that you have influence on some people and you can maybe help somebody change his life. Like I want to say that if I help bring one kid from a street and possibly becoming a problem to the arena, to the gym, to the basketball, I've succeeded. So it's just it's a great feeling that you can influence some kids to go and play basketball. I think it's priceless.
Because of course, growing up in Yugoslavia and Croatia, you never really had this sort of direct experience when you were young with the NBA, junior NBA programs. They didn't exist then. But do you think this is something that would have benefited you and your teammates at that time to have something like this when you were growing up?
Completely different world back when I was kid and
Yeah.
today kids have everything on their plate. You have all possible informations about NBA, about basketball, about any kind of sports, not just basketball. You can just spend hours and hours watching, following, reading. Back then it was nothing. Not
Yeah.
even mobile phones existed. Not, I mean, TV. We had the TV, one channel, one. So if somebody doesn't understand me, and 7:15, we had a cartoon like Tom and Jerry or something like that, and then you up to bed. um, Completely different worlds, and definitely it will help me even more because kids are easy to be influenced. But
It's
times are changing.
yeah, yeah. It must be it your generation sort of helped inspire so many uh you know young Croatians. Obviously you were in that at that famous 1992 Barcelona Olympics, and since then, obviously that was the dream team where in Team USA when they dominated the world, but your generation sort of brought along this new generation where the world is now competing with Team USA. So do you feel like you had played a part in sort of helping other countries around the world become better at basketball just by sort of showing the world that you can on that international stage?
I'm pretty much aware of that. I am, as much as I feel lucky because I was born in that generation of extraordinary players, Tony Kukoc, Dražen Petrovic, Stojko Rankovic, Divac, Đorđević, all these guys. You have to be lucky to be born at the same time. But also, I'm very proud of being part of that generation that changed the face of the basketball worldwide.
Mm.
Because when we start beating the Americans, they realize it's not gonna be enough the way we are doing. We have to, improve it. Not only by assembling a dream team, but also they realize these guys can play. Let them invite in NBA, and then they start, opening the doors a little bit. And then after we came there, we succeed. Then today, if you check the NBA composition, you see how many foreign players, not only Europeans but South Americans, Chinese made impact in the last couple of decades.
Yeah, and I think it's credit to the NBA that the league has sort of reached out to all these countries, recognizing that there is talent abroad as well. So that's why the junior programs are so successful, I think.
That's I think it's a great program because not just because I was part of it, but when you go there and when you see these kids playing the game, when you see these kids winning the game and getting these rings and see them how happy they are, how proud they are, walking with these rings around the arena, showing it to the parents, to the friends, it's unbelievable. Believe me, these kids are unbelievable. When you really part of that, when you feel them, it's unbelievable when you see their happiness and the way they react on being part of that.
You made your name playing international basketball for your country, but you of course had some fantastic seasons with the Boston Celtics, and when you finally got over to the NBA, and I think there is a new generation of people who are learning about Dino Rađa thanks to like NBA 2K, the video game. You are apparently a very popular sort of legendary player to get on that game, because you averaged, I think, 15 points, 8 rebounds, and really left your mark, even though it was a short period in the NBA. Do you get lots of young people coming up to you now and saying, I know you from NBA 2K?
Definitely helped a bit in this virtual world. People come to me, kids come to me, congratulations, you had great career in this game. But back then it was not was no media coverage like it is today, and it was much harder to see everything and to know everything. Today, after the game, 5 minutes, you have all these highlights on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, on all these social media, and it's much easier to know everything about anybody who we want to know something about. And but it's okay. It's something that's new. I'm proud of my career, and I think it was great. I would repeat it in heartbeat again if I have a chance. And I really pretty much I love the game, and that's been like addiction. I like to watch games, and I like to see good players. It's you always in awe when you see a great move or great action or something. It's something that you never want to stop.
No, definitely, and it must be great seeing players like Bojan Bogdanovic come through now and making their impact. Did you, when you were playing in the NBA, and when Tony Kukoc came over to the NBA, did you understand the impact you would have on
No.
on other generations now?
No, really no. At the moment, you don't realize how big all that was. You just, you are trained to play the game, to win the games, and to be concentrated about what you have to do and how you have to play the game, certain, different opponents every night, how to play them, different players with different skills. You have to concentrate on that. So you don't really think of the impact you do. Yeah, as the time goes by, you start realizing what had happened, and it is later on, that they came to us what have been done in our early life.
So your NBA career, it was entirely with the Boston Celtics. So do you still follow the Boston Celtics? Do you still, have a piece of your heart in the Boston Celtics, or do you just follow the NBA generally now? Do you have a favorite team?
Definitely Celtics. They have a saying in Boston: once a Celtic, always a Celtic, and it's exactly that way. I've been to Boston for many, many times after my career ended, and every time I land in that city, I have a smile on my face. And they accepted me with love, and I felt great over there. I still have friends over there. I love Boston, and it's a great city, great people, and great sport nation with a baseball team, with a basketball team, with a hockey team, with a American football team, and it's great to be Bostonian lately.
So yeah, so they're doing very well, obviously. So how far do you think sort of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown can take this group this season?
I have to say that I expected them to have a better season than they're having right now. But all due circumstances with this virus stuff, and it's really unpredictable. But they definitely have a team that can beat anybody, anywhere, anytime. So if you underestimate them, you are done. They have team really that can put it together when the playoff comes. It's completely different stories. So I hopefully they can go deep. I think they have quality, definitely. They just have do the right mix and match.
Do the sort of younger generation that you see at these junior NBA camps, do they sort of look towards Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown? Are they trying to copy their moves? Do they ask you to teach them how to play like those guys, or do you prefer to teach them about how you used to play basketball?
I have my things. When I was younger, I always tried to pick parts of somebody's game.
Mm-hmm.
But when you set your game, when you set your mind on certain things, then all these good players, big players, think they're the best. So you always have a feeling that you can teach them your way, because your way was successful for many years, and on many different occasions and different levels and different styles. So you kind of try to teach them your stuff, because that's something that the best.
Yeah. Well, that's been great. I don't want to take up too much more of your time, so I appreciate you coming to talk to me today. And congratulations on the junior NBA success. I think what you've been doing with the program has been excellent, and hopefully you can continue to inspire more generations, including the current one that is currently playing.